Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. We're back, we took one day off, right, just the one. Tomorrow we get back to the World Cup and we get to the quarter-finals starting right in our faces, and I can't wait for this one because the tournament's coming to a close, there's not long left, and we get to see top teams starting to really go at it against each other. And tomorrow we have two ties on show: Croatia versus Brazil and the Netherlands versus Argentina. Now, you look at these two games and you think there are two immediate favourites, right? Everyone and their mother knows. Argentina and Brazil. It is what it is. But I reckon there could, well, it's not really an upset, but there could be one game that goes the other way. And the other game I don't think will. We'll get to it. Let's start off with the 3 p.m. kickoff. Croatia versus Brazil. This on paper looks massive. 2018 World Cup finalists, Croatia against Brazil. Brazil are already big. Brazil, if you have Brazil on paper, it's Brazil. Brazil's Brazil. It's big. You can't help it, right? Even at their worst, they're big. They're Brazil. So, well, I know Germany might have said something about that quite a lot of those years ago, if you remember, the 7-1 battering, yeah. But Croatia, Brazil. Croatia are weird because I reckon tomorrow they're going to play better than we've seen them at this tournament so far. Right? They've got results. They've been efficient, but they haven't looked great. They just haven't. They've looked defensively solid, but there's not really much going forward. It just doesn't feel like they've got bite up top. But the one thing they do have is they can keep running for 90 minutes and go beyond that if they have to, right? The sense that I get from this Croatian side is they're an aging team. They're an aging team, and it's not easy. However, that doesn't even really consider that really. It's not really a factor, because if they're an aging team, I wouldn't expect them to keep running in the manner that they do. They're a very fit team, so that kind of balances itself out. But the talent, that I expect to see in this Croatian team is there, but it doesn't feel the same. It's not like 2018. 2018 Croatia looked dangerous, right? You just knew, and even when England played against them in the semi-final, you just knew this Croatia team are dangerous. This time round, it just doesn't feel the same. They've got themselves to the quarterfinal because they are good enough. But against Brazil, they better step up their game. They better, and as I've said, I expect them to because of the occasion. I expect the experience to show. But, Brazil right now. Brazil, I'm going to have to take this off because we're talking about Brazil. I'm getting hot just thinking about them. This Brazil team. So far, just looking, as I've said, they look the best team. They look favourites easily, and I find it absolutely insane. I want to clarify one thing, right? The manager got criticised. Tite got criticised for doing the pigeon celebration with Richarlison. Can I just take a step back and say this once and for all? What on earth have we come to? Honestly, are we actually that sensitive nowadays that we can't even admire a celebration? It's Brazil. They're known for this. This is what they do. They pull out samba moves. They start dancing. They start giving it this. They start doing all sorts. You're embarrassed because of a pigeon celebration that Richarlison decided to bring the entire squad to do at the same time, manager included. All of a sudden, that's disrespect to the opponent. What? It's a celebration of a goal. All right, so we're going to get to a point. Yeah, so when you score, don't celebrate. It's disrespectful to your opponent. You cannot celebrate. That's what it's coming to. There will come a day, at this rate, there will come a day where that ends up happening and people actually look at that as normal. I find it bonkers. It's bonkers. If you are actually offended by a goal celebration, you need to reevaluate your entire life. I'm sorry, I'm saying it. Reevaluate yourself, right? Something's not right. Simple. Anyway, Brazil look astonishing so far. And I still don't think they're there yet. I still think there's more to show. And now they're reaching a vital stage of the competition. Croatia, Brazil. I think Brazil are going to have their toughest test in terms of actually getting past an opponent, in terms of scoring goals. I think Brazil are not going to be able to just walk all over Croatia. But Croatia up front need to find something. They have to find something that's going to do the business against such a great Brazilian team that love to keep the ball. I reckon Croatia are not going to see much of the ball. And that's where I think they lose the game. Croatia overall, as I've said, talent is there. Experience is definitely there. I just don't think they're going to have to count on that experience because I think early on they're going to go 1-0 down. And if that happens, I think it's curtains. Brazil, if they have an off day, are going to give Croatia a chance. I don't see that happening. I think Brazil are in such a vibe right now and in such a great moment that overall, I feel they're going to dominate the game from the first minute. I feel like they're going to control the ball. They're going to have most of the ball. I think they're going to create a lot of chances. I think eventually they are going to score. I think this is going to be a straightforward win. Not a destruction, but I am going with Croatia 0. I want to say 3-0 Brazil, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say 2-0 Brazil. 2-0 Brazil. Should I say 3? No, let me stick with 2. Let me stick with 2. Let's not get carried away. Brazil are good. Croatia are good. But I just think that there's a level in class right now. I think Brazil are too far ahead. I think Brazil are far ahead. Croatia, I don't think will keep up. I feel like Croatia might give it a good first 20 minutes. And then I think after that, Brazil are going to take complete control. Once they go 1-0 up, it's game over. As far as I'm concerned, I think Brazil will get this very, very straightforward. So 2-0 win for Brazil, in my opinion. Let me know down below how you see it going. Brazil, in terms of injury news, there's none. Everyone looks available. Same, to be honest, goes for Croatia. There's not really much in terms of players that are going to be missing. But, the class is massive in terms of difference, I feel. Brazil on the day. Croatia, I don't think are going to do it. So I'm going 2-0 Brazil. As I've said, let me know down below. Now, that's the straightforward game. We move to the Netherlands versus Argentina, and this is where I think it's not going to be so straightforward. I feel like Argentina are seen as the favourites here. I feel like because of the form that Messi is in, people are looking and going, yeah, you're not stopping them. I think Netherlands might have a chance. Why? One man, Louis van Gaal. And it's mad because at club level, I don't really look at him at that level, but to that standard. But at international level, as a national team coach, the man's been there, done it. He knows what he's doing. I feel like the experience is going to kick in. This could be his last tournament because I think after this he's going to call it a day with his circumstances. And I know his misses and the fact that she was ill and whatnot. It's not been easy for Louis van Gaal. So the experience, I think, is going to help the Netherlands. The Netherlands have been a team that have just progressed slowly, quietly. And they've got players that can damage an opposition on their day especially, even against a team like Argentina. Now, Argentina have started off very, very slow and got to a level where everyone's now talking about them winning the World Cup, right? I predict that, yes, Argentina look fantastic, at least on paper. Do they have their deficiencies? They did. They seem to have rectified them. The Netherlands, though, I feel are being a little bit underrated. I feel like a lot of people are not really paying attention to the Netherlands. And I feel like with what they're able to offer, they will give Argentina the toughest test that they've had so far at the World Cup, besides Saudi Arabia. Never thought I'd say that. But the Netherlands right now, Gakpo is absolutely killing it. You could say the same for Messi. There was criticism from Di Maria on Louis van Gaal before the game, as Di Maria came out and said that Louis van Gaal is the worst manager that has ever managed him. And Louis van Gaal took that personally and said that's very rare for a player to say, and it's a pity that it's come from him that way. But you know what? Players normally say nice things about me. So, and then he wanted to give Memphis Depay a kiss on the mouth. Anyway, they do what they want to do. But the Netherlands, I feel like, have grown throughout this tournament. And they've got a very solid midfield. They've got players up top that are finding the net. The same could be said for Argentina. Defensively, I feel like the Netherlands are more efficient than Argentina and are less likely to concede than Argentina. And this is where I feel like there could be a weakness exploited for the Netherlands to Argentina. I am still feeling that, at first, I have to say, I was looking at this going, yeah, Argentina are going to go through. I'm not so sure. The Netherlands now have planted something in my head, and I'm not so sure how that's going to go. Realistically, look, whoever wins this are going to face Brazil, as far as I'm concerned, in the semi-finals. So we'll see. But Netherlands, Argentina. The one saving grace that Argentina have is, in fact, Lionel Messi. But against top opposition, against a top defence, he struggles. He's not the same Messi that he once was. Let's be real. Just like Ronaldo's not the same Ronaldo that he once was. The impact is still there. But if you give him space and you give him time, he will punish you. It's Messi. Of course he's going to. If you give chances and space for combinations to form and Messi to exploit a certain space on the edge of the box, of course he's going to smash it into the bottom corner. You ain't stopping it. I feel like defensively the Netherlands are tight enough to stop him. With Van Dijk and everyone that's around him. I feel like there's enough. So we'll see. I reckon this is going to be 1-1. This goes to extra time. And then I want to say Argentina win on penalties because I feel like up top in terms of, at least even in terms of penalty takers, I feel like Argentina have enough. But I'm going to go with my gut here. Always follow your gut. Netherlands won, Argentina won, but Argentina scraped through on penalties. I feel like that's how it's going to go. But I reckon if there's one of the two quarterfinals that are being played tomorrow, any chance of a shock or so-called shock, but any chance that what everyone expects to not happen, I reckon it's going to be the Netherlands beating Argentina instead of Croatia beating Brazil. So there we are. That's how I think it's going to go down tomorrow. Let me know your thoughts and how you see it going down. How do you reckon the scores are going to end? Who do you reckon is going to score? Overall, your thoughts in the comment section, much appreciated. And I will see all of you after it's said and done, and I'll give you the preview for Saturday's games, where we have England versus France, come on England, and Morocco versus Portugal. That's something I never thought I'd say, come on Morocco. But anyway, I'll see all of you tomorrow for those two videos. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a good one, people. See you then. Take care and peace.